Hello, hello, everybody. How you doing today? I hope the answer is good, because I sure as hell don't know the answer. But, on average, I do think that would be the case, that we're very good. So yeah, I hope you defects are doing so. This is definitely going to be a different stream than normal. Um, and the context is simple, really. So when I know, once they're Wii modded, and I haven't done that in years. So I figured I would, figure it out. And then I forgot. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna be bringing that to them, tomorrow. So like the process has changed enough, I think, too, that it's worth relearning. But I also want to stream, so we're gonna be doing a bit of both. And you might notice, hey, you're not moving. You screwed up. No, that's intentional because I'm gonna be running back and forth. Because Chad, the Wii, it it connects it connects through like RCA, right? Like the three color jack cable. And I don't I don't I I don't have a what's the word? Capture card that can do that. I will in the future. We will get to that point. But not yet. So in the meantime, let's be chatting like this. And yeah. Hope that'll do for now at least. Oh, you know what? I should put some background music on, shouldn't I? Let me just grab something real quick. Give me just a moment. You will hear. Yeah, we'll just do this live. You know what? Screw it. Why not? That will be something you all will notice, as if you haven't already. We do things live. We'll figure it out as it goes. Nope. Too sleepy. No. Yes. We will use this one. Oh, okay. I need to modify my stream real quick. Because I can use this song, but I need to give it the little thing. So let me do that right now. Edit stream, description. Okay. We have accredited uh the owner. So now let's just import them. And this is the moment I realize I don't know how to do that. So we'll figure it out. Like, hmm. I mean, hold on. I just had it. What was it called? Oh, I lost it. No. There it is. City Life. City Life. Can I just set this to loop? And then I can just lower the volume. Okay, I think that works. Perfect. If that's too loud, just give me a heads up. So, all right. Here's the plan. I'm gonna physically set up the Wii, get all hooked up, get everything ready, and then we're gonna watch some tutorial videos together and probably browse some forums and similar whatever is the standard for 2022 Wii modding, because it's different now. And yeah, it'll chat and stuff. Likely, knowing how things usually go, it might be more akin to me rambling, but who cares? It's my stream. What are you gonna do? Stop me? What are you gonna do? Call the stream police? Do it. I fucking dare you. It'd be funny. That'd be cool, right? Like, oh, what happened to you? Oh, the stream police go. Damn, fuck. How do you counter that? It's the stream police. You don't fuck with the stream police. Rule number uno. You don't fuck with them. Not the stream police, no. And then I'm gonna get, like, my stream removed anyways, because the music amusing. Like, it says Creative Commons, and it said that I can use it as long as I add it to the description, but technically the stream started before I had it in the description. I added it before I started playing the music, but I don't know. Well, we'll find out, I guess. We'll find out. So yeah. I love the Wii. Right? It's such a good little system. So many fantastic unique games that only exist on that console specifically. Like, hell yeah, let's go. The only problem is nothing can really fucking emulate it well without a proper Wii mode, and even if you got that right, it's still not the same experience, because the Wii mode, or maybe it's the sensor, I'm not sure which. Actually, in retrospect, it's probably due to the distancing of the sensor, but still, it works like shit if you're not up like the right distance from the screen, from the sensor. And it's not that it doesn't work. It's not that it doesn't work good, but the pointing doesn't feel right unless you're the right distance. If that makes sense, it doesn't feel accurate to where you're pointing, which is annoying. But it is what it is, I guess. But either way, and then they tried doing fucking gyro controlling for Wii games, for like literally one of them on the Switch. And yeah, it was kind of shit, but like I'd rather have that and be able to play those games than not at all. But for some reason, we're still stuck in the goddamn Nintendo 64 days for the Switch, for whoever the fuck knows why. So yeah, and thus the modern state of the Wii. Kind of, a little bit. But either way, that's fine. Things are fine. Everything's good. Because we are gonna make this one good. And by make this one good, I mean, like, add things to it, you know? Yeah, you know. You know exactly what I mean. Homebrew. And similar. Oh yeah, this Wii was also still in like a box. Like obviously it was opened. It was an opened box, but like Finding one of these boxes is a pain to begin with. My friend got it though, so props to him for owning a box, I guess. What else? What else am I supposed to congratulate him on? The answer is nothing. The answer is nothing. Generally, the purchase itself is usually supposed to be a reward in a lot of circumstances, or at least it's attention for you. So, like, if it's not, then that sucks to suck, but that ain't my problem. So far, we have plugged in the power cable. We've got that. That's going good. And here's the sensor bar. God, this thing is such a long cable. My word. This thing could go forever. It's not, because that'd be annoying. But it could. I've never gained this cable back together. That's not true. I can definitely get it back together, but like not the same way. Not the fancy way, you know. We've already got to the point of no return and the stream just started. Okay, last thing we need is just the video cable. Let's fucking go. There it is. Alright, video cable, which I believe is all of the video. And then I think the white one is the left audio channel. That's right. But honestly, it could be the other way around. I don't quite remember. Either way, each of the audio channels. One of them's one of them. Who the hell knows? It's something, probably. Yeah. We definitely know it's something. We know it exists. Hell yeah. Wait, why is my audio bit... Wait. Wait, why is my audio bit... Okay. You just heard me. But the reason why is simple. Because YouTube told me that my audio bitrate was fucking 0 for some reason, which is, after just hearing the playback, that's not true. So what the fuck? Why did you tell me that? Oh well. Either way. Either way. Okay. We plugged in. Things are set up. Let's turn on TV and see if we did that correctly. And if we did, then we're good. And if we didn't, then it'll be, well, having to spend more time setting it up. So that means it's somehow fucked up. Which is not the intended goal. Oh! Yeah, that's the screen I'm looking for. Let's go. Why does... For some reason, I'm not allowed to choose 480p, just 480i. Why can we only do Angel List? It's gross. Whatever, I guess. The Wii is weird. Version 4.3U is what the Wii is currently. Let's go to data management, see what's on this thing right now. This is definitely a well-used Wii. It's got a... What do we got? Let's list it off real quick, okay? We got Wii Sports, My Fitness Coach. Jillian Michaels is something. Wii Music. EA Sports Active. Zumba Fitness. Bass Pro Shop The Strike. Big Game Hunter 2012. Super Smash Bros. For All. Mario Party 8. New Super Mario Brothers. Wii Lego Star Wars. Wii Sports Resort. Donkey Kong Country Returns. DeBlob. Trauma Center. NB. Mad World. Poke Park Wii. U Draw Studio. Family Game Night 3. Wii Fit Plus. Mario Kart Wii. And of course, yeah. Okay. So it's just a sensor bar, so that will be because no, that's an important distinction. Okay, that was good. I wonder if you can even hear me actually. I think I see the problem. I'm like across the room. I'll be 1 minute. Hold on. Alrighty, everybody. Sorry about the delay. I have returned. And now that that uh, has occurred, I am now going to be honestly making some microwave hot dogs probably because I'm hungry. So like, hell yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. So like I'd gotten some hot dogs. Then I was like, oh well, don't want to waste them, put them in the freezer. Turns out the bag that I put them in opened, but like I just put them in the freezer a day ago. I don't think it'll be a big problem. Either way, we'll find out, I guess. It cannot be a buffer stream without me cooking food at one point or another. That's just how it is. Listen. you you come into one of the streams and I have not prepared food. Something's wrong. Something's very wrong. Or I'm just streaming at a different time. One and two. When I stream, it is dinner time. And dinner time means I am hungry. And thus, you get to deal with this. Interesting. So the bag is also frozen to the hot dogs. Which I suppose I should have foreseen. But alas, I had not predicted such things. Let me try to open this. Ah, okay. That's not true. Oh yeah. Also, I have a friend who wanted to try out VR, so they're gonna be using the HTC Vive for a bit. So if anyone was like, "Oh man, I wonder what Flopper's gonna do VR streams," those are gonna be delayed for a bit, probably for a few months, but that's okay. So I'd certainly rather my friend get to enjoy the experience of actually trying out VR, seeing how they like it. Because we've got plenty of things to explore and try and discover together. Ain't that right? Yeah, it is broken. See what I mean? 10 out of 10. Okay. Please enjoy every waking second of those microwave noises. Those are for you specifically. But yeah. And now we're gonna get set up to do the part where we're actually browsing the internet. The internet will be browsed for basic information. Useful information. Such as, how the hell we model we? So the old way, at least, and maybe it's still the correct way from is used to be able to get this little file. You would generate the file on this website, and it would be put into an SD card. You would put into the Wii. There's a certain size limit for an SD card. Like digital memory size. I mean, for capacity. So like, you can't see that. But once you get that, put it on. You put it into the Wii. After generating that file with some sort of address, I think it's like dependent upon the Wii update version, and then also what something else, some other detail. Oh, probably like MAC address maybe or something. Anyway, you put that in, and then nothing happens at first. You gotta go to the little envelope in the bottom right. It's like your calendar and message board thingy. At the time, it was considered like that. Anyway. And then once you go there, you gotta look and find a letter. I think it's like a day before or after. It's not the correct date. And it should be a special one. Instead of being a normal letter, it like will be red. I think, and it would have like the little cartoon style, or pirate style bomb in the middle with a little fuse lit, and that would be the letter bomb crack. It's called that for obvious naming reasons. And once you did that, it would boot it would execute some sort of arbitrary code and essentially allow you to access the menu in which you can modify your Wii. It would overwrite some BIOS stuff, I think, and some firmware stuff, I think. It's been a while. I don't remember the exact ways it does the accessing, but the result is still the same regardless, I suppose. And then you have access to the homebrew Wii channel. But that in itself doesn't actually do anything unless, well, technically it makes little bubbles you can pop with your pointer, but that's basically not important at all. To actually execute anything from it, you have to like download stuff for it. What is that stuff? I don't know. Because there used to be this like homebrew browser thing, but even when I used it before many years ago, it wasn't that good. They did great, don't get me wrong. Credit 10 out of 10 props to the people who made it, but it just doesn't. It was always out of date, and a lot of the things didn't work properly. Wasn't maintained, that sort of stuff. And I can't imagine, like, to make a server that can interface with something like that to begin with, it costs money. They're putting money on the line just to make that happen. So I appreciate their work greatly. And I still found a few things that were kind of cool to play with, but could do a whole lot with it. So, up this time around, we can learn more. Ideally, I want to be able to take my Wii games, the discs, turn them into a bootable thing on the Wii menu so I don't have to put the disc into the console to be able to play the game, make it like a digital app. I heard there's ways to do that, but I don't know how it works. So, yeah, I suppose that'll be one of the goals. Yeah. Let's see. What do you think? Rice? Rice with the hot dogs? That sounds pretty good. I like rice. It's also really cheap. Which is perfect. Okay. 90 seconds, perfect. Now, all we gotta do is go to YouTube and let's look up some things, some stuff. More specifically, Wii modding 2022. Okay. We're going to be watching a video. So let me turn our music down. By down, I mean off. And then let us move the window I want to share onto the rightmost screen. I don't do this. I don't do it like that. Oh wait, I probably have to add a capture from browser. Nope. Nope, I'm not doing that. Remove. Yes. I want to capture the application that is my browser. So how the hell do I do that? Because, like, it's not a game. Oh, I have to make... Alright, so you would use game capture and just specify a non-game by making it a window instead? No, wait, that didn't work either. What? Okay, never mind. I lied. That didn't work. How do we do this? Oh no. Wait. I moved my table. There we go. I know I can choose a display capture, but I sure as hell don't want to capture an entire display, you know? Oh, wait, there's literally a thing called window capture. I'm actually stupid. There we go. Should I do this? Maybe like this? Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Hey everyone, welcome back to an exciting video. Today I have for you a complete guide on how to mod your Nintendo Wii, and I'll be using an awesome guide called Wii.guide, and this link will be in the description down below. It has the full
Okay.
complete guide step by step on how to mod your Wii completely. So the exploit that I'll be using in this video is going to be the letter bomb, an exploit that uses the Wii message board, and it does require an SD card, so make sure that it's
Okay.
formatted to FAT32,
Same way I do.
and
That's
we'll
good.
be all set and ready to go. If you are going to be following this guide step by step, you can click on the letter bomb here. If you do have any issues, you can always go back to this website and check out any troubleshooting they may have. Now, the main reason we want to mod our Nintendo Wii is to run Homebrew, and Homebrew is software that's
Yes,
not
that's totally the
authorized by
reason and
Nintendo, so
nothing
that
else as
can
well.
include
Totally.
games, utilities, emulators, and a whole bunch more. There's so much you can do with your Nintendo Wii after we install the exploit. such as backing up your game disks. We can go through the homebrew browser, which has a whole bunch of apps that you can download directly onto your system with no issues. You can install custom themes, and you can patch game disk contents that allowed you to load game modifications, which is pretty cool. And you can run some of your favorite titles off a USB storage device. So in this guide, I'll be showing you step by step on how.
Game mods would be cool. I wonder if there's like Mario Galaxy mod. There's probably there probably are. I would love that. I love that game so much. Oh, you know what? Hey, I also remember there's a game mod made by a group, and it was like newer Super Mario Brothers Wii. So like it was by the same people who made the DS one, and the DS one was amazing. So I very much look forward to the Wii version.
How to run the exploit and have your Nintendo Wii fully jailbroken and ready for homebrew. Alright, so let's begin by going into our Wii options and going into our Wii settings. Let's go to the internet and console information. And you want to make sure that you take note of your MAC address because we will need this. So we now have our MAC address. You also want to jot down your version. I'm on 4.3U. This is extremely important that you have the correct version selected when you're going through the letter bomb selection. So we have a MAC address and our version. It's time to head to our computer. Head to the please.hackme.com website and type in your MAC address and select your system menu version. Mine
Oh, you know what? Give me just a moment. The window's still there. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Alright. There we go. Hello. Look at it. My little goggles. They move. Let's go. Anyway. Let us continue the video.
is 4.3U.
By the way, full credit to... How do I say that? What? R-O-B-L-E-S. Rubbles? Robles? Robles. Rubbles? I don't know. Junior. So R-O-B-L-E-S space J-U-N-I-O-R. I recommend if you're going through this soon, it is worth actually checking out someone who, does it properly and has an actual video about it. That'd be pretty good. So yeah.
Make sure this is selected, the bundle, the
We're gonna probably go through like 2 videos at least, just to be safe and sure.
I'm not robot, and you can cut either the red wire or the blue wire. So cut either or, and we now have our new letter bomb. Very nice. That one was my test from earlier.
Yes.
But yeah,
the
let's
letter bomb test.
open this bad boy up. And what we want
Everyone
to do
was
is
the letter
right-click
bomb test.
and extract files. If you don't have an extracting program, I use 7-zip. You can use WinRAR, but I like 7-zip. It just makes it a lot easier. But here's our new extracted folder, letter bomb. Perfect. And now it's time to plug in our SD card into our PC. Here's our SD card, and we're simply going to open the letter bomb folder, the new extracted. Grab everything and copy it over to the root of this SD card. And make sure it's no more than 32 gigabytes and format it to FAT32. Now it's time to plug in our SD card into our Nintendo Wii. Back in your Wii, go to your calendar and make sure your date and time is current. Otherwise, it's going to be hard for you to find the new letter bomb sent to your console. So make sure that's all good. Let's head back home. Make sure your SD card is inserted. Go to your Wii message board. And sometimes the letter bomb will be sent from the previous date, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like we talked about before.
Okay, so that is our letter bomb. So open that. The software must not be sold. Perfect. If you had these windows show up, you are good to go. If your Nintendo Wii froze, then you will have to redo the process, and you might have selected the wrong version and region when you're going through the letter bomb online. After 30 seconds, you will see press 1 to continue. So let's press 1. So here is the Hack Me installer version 1.2.
Ooh, it's
Thank
fancier
you to
now.
the Team Tweezers for providing this for us. The test results are in using iOS versions installer 58 and 58 HBC. The Homebrew channel and BootMe can be installed. So we have the green lights for both the Homebrew channel and BootMe to be installed. Let's hit continue by pressing A.
If you hear food
And in our
noises,
main menu,
good.
install the Homebrew channel and BootMe. Head on up to install the Homebrew channel. Install the Homebrew channel now. Hit yes and continue. Alright, we are successful. Hit continue. Now let's install BootMe. If you see this option that says install BootMe as boot 2, let's install this one. If you don't see BootMe as boot 2, just install it using BootMe as iOS. A BootMe install requires a SD card. Runtime files will be written. These are required to properly boot BootMe. Insert SD card now. Hit yes, continue. Mounting SD card. Install BootMe/boot2 now. Hit yes and continue. We are successful. Hit continue. Let's go to return to the main menu and exit. We are now accessing the Homebrew channel. Very nice. The next thing we're going to be doing is backing up our NAND storage from our Wii onto our SD card. So here in the Homebrew channel, press the home button, select shutdown and restart your system. After your system has restarted, we're now into BootMe, and we can't use the Wii controller to access these options. We have to use the power button and the reset button. So the power button is going to help us to scroll through left to right, and the reset button is going to access that option. Select the gears and press reset. Select the backup me button, the icon with the green arrow. Press reset. Your system is now backing up onto the SD card, and if you come across any bad blocks, that's okay, no problem there. Your backup is now being verified, and you can press the start eject button to skip. Back at the menu, select the back button and press reset, and select the Homebrew channel and press reset. Back on our PC, we're going to grab our keys and NAND bin. Those are the backups we just created. Copy those onto your PC in a safe location. That way, if your Nintendo Wii...
Disclaimer. So, like, yeah, they said you can skip that. And it is true, you can skip almost anything, generally speaking. But if it provides the option to just double check and make sure all your blocks are good, I don't think that's a bad thing to do. Just if you want to be really safe. If you don't, more power to you. But, yeah. Like, verifying data is important, typically speaking. Especially on a quality machine. Like the Wii with its interesting methods of data transfer.
comes across an issue, we can always have those backups ready to go and restore our system. Once those are copied over, delete the keys.bin along with the nan.bin, and we're all set. Next, we're going to be downloading and installing 3 different applications. The links will be in the description down below for each one. Make sure you download the Homebrew browser version 0.3.9, the D2X-CIOS-installer, along with the preloader, and extract each of these folders. On your SD card, right click and create a new folder, and we're going to name this one called app. And once you have your preloader, your Homebrew browser, and D2X extracted, open each of these folders and grab the name and drag it into the app folder. Let's skip.
It's preload.
Let's let's head back and open up the homebrew browser. Let's grab this folder, drag it into app. Perfect.
Oh, is Preloader the app that you use to
apps,
modify the
and grab the installer
Wii
to
BIOS?
make sure that this
segments.
folder is called apps, not app.
Maybe.
I made a mistake there at the beginning, but it should be apps, apps. Good to go. Back on our Wii, open up the homebrew channel.
Oh wait, the
insert your
Preloader app
SD
is
card.
familiar.
You now have 3 different options. And the first one we're going to be installing is the Preloader installer. This is a Preloader mod. Press A to launch. Let's load it. So it says, please read this carefully. This program tool comes without any warranties. You accept that you install this at your own risk. The author cannot be held liable for any damage it might cause. If you do not agree with these terms, turn your Wii off. Press +A to install or update Preloader. Press -Y to remove Preloader and restore system menu. And press Home Start to chicken out and quit the installer. So let's press A and plus together. We are good to go. It's been fully installed. And we're back at the homebrew channel. It's time to configure Preloader. We're going to turn off our Wii completely. And while we're turning the Wii back on, we want to hold the reset button to enter those settings. On your Wii controller, press A to start up your controller. And you can use the D-pad to scroll up and down. Very good. So we will go to the system menu hacks. And here we can enable all sorts of fun stuff. So you can select whatever you'd like to enable. And the 3 things that they recommend to enable through the guide I'm using.
Wait, what? That's so cool! I never did that before. What? Are you kidding me? What?
Is region free everything. So press A when you selected that option. And block disk updates. That's the first option, so enable that. And block online updates. Let's enable that as well. And you can go through these different options to see what would work for you to enable onto your Wii system. I'm going to select the 480p graphics fix in the system menu. This will fix a small issue with the 480p on the Wii menu, so let's enable that. I'm going to enable the Move Disk channel. By default, you can't really move it. Let's change the Replace Health screen with Back menu. And this changes the screen to the animation played when returning to the Wii menu. Automatically presses the A button to get past the initial health and safety screen. Let's enable that. Save a little bit of time. Alright, so we are good to go here. I'm going to save our settings, scrolling down, save settings, press B to go back, and let's launch our homebrew channel. Now let's install the D2X CIOS installer, and this is required if you want to load games from your USB loader. So if you have a USB connected to your Wii, this is the way to load those games.
Really?
So let's launch the installer by pressing A and hitting load. Alright, here we are at the welcome page. Press any button to continue. With your D-pad, under the select CIOS, press the left button, and we want to select the version 10 beta 52 D2X version 10 beta 52. It's this one here. Go down to CIOS base, and we'll change this to 57. And again down to slot to 249. That looks good. And the CIOS revision, we'll change this to 65535. Press A twice to install. Okay, once it's installed, we press A to continue. Next, we're going to change the base to 56 and the 249, the slot to 250. Make sure the 65535 is not changed along with the version 10 beta 52. Press A twice.
Oh, okay. What? I never looked at that one.
Perfect. Once that's done,
What?
press A again. And we'll go through this one more time. So at the base, select base, and we're changing this to 38 and the slot to 251. Make sure these are staying the same, beta 52 and 65535. Press A twice. Alright, we are all finished here. You can press B to exit. Now the majority of your games should work straight away with the defaults, and some may require some specific CIOS to function or to utilize some certain features. So I'll have the troubleshooting page in the description down below if you're having issues on loading some games off your USB stick. Let's now finalize the whole process by going through the Homebrew browser. Let's load it up here.
Okay.
Okay, we are now accessing the Homebrew browser. We are good to go. So now you can start downloading all this stuff directly onto your Nintendo Wii. And this is great. You have demos, emulators, games, media, and utilities. So go through this and select what you want and just have fun with it. You are now able to run all sorts of fun stuff on your console. How cool is that? Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, because I will be going through the Homebrew browser here for the Nintendo Wii in a separate video and going through all the different options that we have and going through the settings and stuff like that and just having fun with this application. So that is it for this guide. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out a lot. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos like this and many others to come in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.
Okay. Interesting. We watched that one. And that was really useful. So that's awesome. We're gonna make a little... no, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, and then we're just gonna watch one more. So that way we're not missing anything. Just make sure they're still new. Blaine Locklear. He's... Oh, okay. Yo, alright. You know how I said we're watching one? We're watching two. The second one is for science. Don't worry. Nothing related to that's gonna... Wait a second. My goggles. They're bound to my eyes. I just noticed that. Okay, we're gonna watch this one next. Preemptive thumbs up.
Hey everyone, and welcome
Okay.
back. I'm Anton, and today we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 essential Wii homebrew apps. It's no secret that the homebrew scene is quite large on the Wii. There are many different applications that can be extremely useful. So I've created a list of top 10 apps that you should find helpful on your homebrew Wii, and some of them are just flat out cool. Anyways, before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and let's get started. First on our list is Save Game Manager GX. Just like the title suggests, this app allows you to manage your save data on the Wii. It's extremely useful when backing up your save data, and the app also lets you back up all of your Miis, which is really neat. The interface is using the same one from the USB Loader GX, hence the name GX in the title, as there actually is an original version called Save Game Manager, but this one has a better interface and looks very nice. And with that, Save Game Manager GX gets the 10th spot on the list. Next up is Wii Explorer, which is a file manager for the Wii. It's extremely useful in the case that you don't want to insert your SD card or USB drive into your PC, as it lets you directly view your files, as well as copy, paste, cut, create folders, delete, and much more. And it came in very useful when I had to rename a folder since the Wii wasn't reading it on an emulator, so it was really convenient. You can enable FTP, which is pretty cool, and it even allows you to play music, view images, as well as many other things. It may not be that complex of an app, but it lets you do some pretty cool stuff, and it's very convenient, especially when you want to rename something or delete it, and don't have easy access to a PC. Overall, that's why I recommend Wii Explorer, and it gets the 9th spot on the list.
Of your files, that's pretty great.
WiiMC, also known as Wii Media Center, is quite self-explanatory. This app allows you to play videos, music, and view images on your Wii. The app can recognize many different formats, so it should be able to handle any file you throw at it. You can even use this application to play DVDs, as the Wii actually has the hardware and ability to do so. But due to Nintendo not wanting to pay a license for every Wii sold, they just left out the ability to play DVDs by default. But with Homebrew, we can unlock that ability, which is really cool. And it used to have other support for YouTube and other online media, but that has since been shut down. So overall, if you want to play videos or movies on it, this is a great way to do so. And it's why it gets the 8th spot on the list. Revolution is a patcher for ROM hacks that allows you to use your very own Wii discs to patch the game. So pretty much, once you get the corresponding files and folders on your SD card, as I won't go into specifics of how you can do this, you can then select a ROM hack and then insert your disc. The game should be patched and should work perfectly fine. So depending on the game, it may create a new save file, or use your existing one, so you shouldn't have any problems. Also, your discs won't get overridden with the ROM hack information, so it's essentially a way to verify that you own the game and runs the base game engine on top of the hack. But some games may borrow your save data, such as Mario Kart Wii. ROM hacks sometimes do that, but as long as you have multiple save files, you should be fine in that case.
That's a good thing to know.
With Revolution, you were able to play games like newer Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. That's the one I was talking about. Hold on.
With Revolution, you were able to play games like
newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. Yeah.
Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Luigi Land Wii, Super Mario Gravity, and many others.
Super Mario
Some
Gravity?
apps, which we will get to later in this video, have their own patching systems, and therefore Revolution isn't required for those. But overall, Revolution is a very useful application, and if you love playing Wii ROM hacks of different games, and of course own those games, then you can play these without issue, and they work really well. You can also download the channel on the Wii, which is also really convenient instead of going through the homebrew channel. And that's why it gets the 7th spot on the list. Next up, we've got Project M. This is a mod of Super Smash Bros. Brawl that aims to capture the gameplay and physics of Super Smash Bros. Melee. This was done
Huh.
because Super Smash Bros. Brawl was designed with casual players in mind, and with that the game became much slower with floaty physics, but Project M manages to create a better experience and even adds the characters that didn't return from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Project M requires that you have the Super Smash Bros. Brawl disc to boot up the game, the same as Revolution we talked about before. But to be honest, now that we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Steve, it kind of makes Project M irrelevant. But that's where
Not
mods come
necessarily.
in, because you can get modified versions of Project M that add a lot more content to the game, such as one called Super Smash Bros. Universe. This mod adds
What?
too many characters, so the game screen rate drops when you hover over them. It's absolutely insane, and honestly pretty amazing. This mod even includes many more stages, and the Persona 5 one definitely impresses me, as if you took a screenshot of this and said this was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I'd probably believe you. And of course, there are also many different mods out there, like Legacy XP and Project Plus, that have different features. But overall, Project M is a great mod, and if you would like to see a future video on how to install it with different modified versions, like Legacy XP, Plus, and Universe, make sure to leave a like and comment down below.
Okay.
But if you're not the biggest fan of Super Smash Bros. And want something a bit more substantial, then CDGPR has you covered. Custom Track
Huh?
Grand Prix Revolution is a mod of Mario Kart Wii that adds around 200 tracks to the game, including ones
What?
from other Mario Kart titles, and even completely original
200?
custom courses. There are just so many excellent ones.
That's
but
insane.
the occasional not so great one. Now, unlike Project M,
It's like
which
that
relies more on
sometimes.
mods to update and add more content to the game, as official support has been dropped, CTGPR is constantly being updated to this day, and it's very easy to update once your Wii is connected to the internet. Yeah, I haven't updated mine for quite a while, and it shows. New
That's
tracks
so
are
cool,
always
though.
being added, improved, and some low quality ones are even being removed. The mod even
Really?
includes
Okay.
Wiimi support, which allows you to play online with others. Due to there being so many courses in the mod, it's really fun to have the game randomly pick different ones, as chances are you'll get a course that you've never played before. And just like Project M and Revolution, you'll need the Mario Kart Wii disc in order to play, as it just patches the ROM. And if you want, CDGPR even has a Wii channel, which can be very convenient to access and is very easy to install. So if you want to learn more about the game, you can check out the description
Yo.
or click on the card on screen
Love
now.
this trick.
But yeah, this is an app that I 100% recommend. And if you're a big fan of Mario Kart Wii, this is a must-have.
I'm surprised with
homebrew application.
how soft the and like
Now, I brought this one up earlier, but
Such the
Wiimi
ground
is a
looked
replacement for the
degrassive.
retired Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, or WFC for short. It allows users to play games like Mario Kart Wii, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and many others online. The
Yeah,
app
I
allows
miss
you
it.
to insert your disc, and then the game should be patched to utilize the service. Of course, to use this, you need to make sure you have the internet enabled on your Wii. Now, I know there are other ways of using Wiimi, one of them which doesn't require homebrew, but the app is very convenient and simple, and this is probably the only way to actually use it on Wii U, since the non-homebrew way doesn't actually work on it. Of course, if you want to learn more about it, and what games support it, you can check out the description down below, and I've got a really easy tutorial on how to install it, both homebrew and non-homebrew method, so make sure to check that out.
Hell
And
yeah.
that's why it gets 4th spot on the list. Nintendo is a GameCube loader for the Wii. It allows you to load GameCube game backups directly off of a USB drive. It has
That's cool.
tons of configuration options, the ability to save to an external hard drive instead of a memory card, and it even works with Wii and Wii U's that don't have GameCube ports directly built in, and they do
What?
actually contain the hardware to play those games. Nintendo also allows you to play different region games. For example, if you want to play a Japanese game or a European game, you can totally do so. And you can even play Triforce arcade games such as Mario Kart Arcade GP 1 and 2.
Really?
And even change picture settings, which can be really helpful. This app is a must-have for any homebrew Wii system, and is why it gets the 3rd spot on the list. Now, if you're into Wii Homebrew, you might have heard about the Homebrew browser, but did you know there is a better and more updated alternative? Well, the OpenShop channel is a revival of the Homebrew browser application
What?
that adds more apps and overall
I'm writing that down. Open. Shop. Channel.
creates
Perfect.
a better experience. Here you can download tons of apps, games, emulators, and much more. Once you get it on your homebrew channel and then boot it up, you can then download, update, and install anything you want. It's extremely user-friendly and removes the hassle of downloading apps manually, especially if you struggle with that sort of thing. And it even shows what controller accessories you can use with it, and it has a description that you can read for more information about it. You can check out this video in the description below and the card on screen to learn more. But if you have the homebrew browser and want the OpenShop one, it's very easy to install and would make your homebrew experience more refined. Overall,
So
that's why
cool.
the OpenShop channel gets the second spot on the list.
So what's number 1?
Now, this may come as no surprise, but USB Loader GX is the best USB loader and backup software for the Wii. Not only does it allow you to play Wii games, set box art, and configure themes, but modified versions of the software even let you to load GameCube games off of Nintendo and even WiiWare games. You can even configure controllers for GameCube mode, play Triforce arcade games, and even set up specific paths for saving. You can enable Wi-Fi, and there are just so many customization options here. It's absolutely insane. It can be tricky to set up as there is a lot going on and can be quite picky, especially with file structure and naming, but overall I love the user experience, and it has allowed me to have a great collection of games to play conveniently in one location. And of course, if you wish to learn more about it, you can check out the description and the card on screen now. Anyways, that's about it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and of course, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. I have a lot of videos, especially tutorials in the works, so I hope you all will stay tuned. And make sure to visit the description to learn more about the apps featured in this video, or join my Discord server. And I will see you all in the next one.
So cool. So what was the name of that again?
And apps saving, controllers, and backup.
USB Loader GX. USB Loader GX.
Software for the Wii. Not only does
Thank you very much, Anton Retro. And lastly,
Hello, this is an updated tutorial for soft modding your Wii. Focused for Ocarina of Time speedrunning, but it's also general use. You're going to want to make sure you have an SD card, at least 2 gigabytes, and a flash drive if you want to play backup Wii games. But yeah, so here we have a vanilla Wii in front of me.
if I'm saying flash drives into the Wii, what type of USB is in a Wii? Is it a 2.0? I thought it was a 1. I thought it was like a 1.1. I mean, hold on. What type of USB is in a Wii? It uses 2.0s? Okay. All versions of the Wii came with at least one USB 2.0 port. The original Wii, the RVL-001, came with two USB 3.0, sorry, two USB 2.0s, and so did the Wii Family Edition. The Wii Mini RVL-201, however, only came with one USB 2.0 port. You might think, great, the Wii... I'm reading a post, by the way. You might think, great, the Wii has USB 2.0 ports. It should be pretty fast over USB. However, the software of the Wii at launch only supported up to USB 1.1 speeds. What? Why would you do that? What? What? Okay. Yeah, pretty slow. Well, this is pretty disappointing. At least Nintendo added the hardware capabilities for USB 2.0. Nintendo USB and the Wii. A love-hate relationship? What? Oh, interesting. So, on the summer of 2010, Nintendo released a Wii System version, 4.3, which I believe is the version most of them use, like if they're up to date now. I think that's the last one. Came with iOS 5.8, which contains USB 2.0 support. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Okay. They say that finding a working flash drive is like winning the lottery. A lot of them just don't work. Personally, they've never encountered a flash drive that didn't work, but many others have. Something tells me that they probably had the flash drives formatted wrong, like the people reported it not working, or like maybe it was a 3.0, but even 3.0 is supposed to be compatible with 2.0. But whatever. I guess. Um, yeah. Actually, I think 3.0 is fully compatible with even 1.1. Okay. You should use the MBR partition table. Um, a lot of USB drives will have issues working after turning on the Wii from standby mode. Interesting. While there's no official size limit, it's recommended you stay at least 2 terabytes or less. Larger drives may work. Most success has been with 2 terabyte and less. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Ah. I still have my original Wii. I might, I might, I might do this. I might do this for myself. This looks pretty good. General and specific. Okay, last video. It's called Soft Modding Your Wii in 2022. Install mods, plus play game, blah 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 by save state. Which while I know what a save state is for emulation, saying it like that by save state, it sounds like they're an insurance company or something. uh,
Completely unmodified. It's version 4.3 Europe.
okay, so we know how to do the basics of the modding.
I can
We've
only
already
install
seen
it as an
that.
iOS. This will take a minute. Create a backup of the Wii NAND, and this is what it was. Menu, videos, and then it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and load up the homebrew channel again. But here on the SD card, you can save them pretty much anywhere. It doesn't matter. I'm just making a folder in my Wii folder under games, calling it backup, and I'm just pasting those in there.
Good idea.
Now that they finish copying, you can delete the files off of the SD card, and I'm just gonna use Shift plus Delete so that it's a quick delete. It permanently deletes them without having to go through the recycling bin. And now we're going to install Preloader. Preloader loads before the Wii System menu. It can provide a couple of different hacks for it that'll be useful, as well as let you boot from disk and launch Wii System titles.
No,
Go
I'm not
ahead and
supposed to be
download
tired
the
yet.
latest release on GitHub, and just merge that in with your SD card. After that, you're going to want to copy the hash.ini file from the release and put that into the preloader folder in the apps folder. This tells it the information it needs to apply the different system menu hacks that preloader allows you to do. Now you can eject your SD card and put it back into your Wii, and we'll install preloader.
Okay. Alright.
It's a fairly straightforward process. After it loads, you just hit A or plus on the Wiimote, and it installs. That's that simple. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now you can press A to exit. And but we're gonna shut down, and as the Wii boots up, you hold down the reset button, and that'll load you right into preloader. We're gonna go ahead and set up a couple of system menu hacks. You're gonna want to block the disk updates, block online updates, as well as region-free everything. There's a bunch of other hacks here, but they're not really necessary for what we're doing. Now you can save the settings, and we'll go and I'll show you a couple of settings you can also set up here as well.
Interesting. So this person disabled disk
Mostly
updates.
with regards to booting up. You can auto boot to the homebrew channel. That's just a nice quality of life. You can also change what you return and shut down to, as well as the background color. After you change things to your liking, you can save it, and we're going to go ahead and head back over to the homebrew channel. You can take out your SD card, and we're going to go over and install Wiimod Lite now. This allows us to install WADs, which are Wii channels. We're going to
Wiimod Lite. Wiimod Lite.
be using it to install Legend of Zelda and GZ as well. Go ahead and just save this anywhere. Open up the zip and merge the apps folders.
Interesting, okay.
And once you do that, we're going to need to make a folder for our WADs that we're going to install. Just make a new folder. I'm just calling it WADs on the root of the SD card. And then you're going to want to get your Legend of Zelda 1.2 Japanese version WAD. Just drag that into there. And we're also going to patch a GZ so you can have the practice ROM as well. You can just go to practicerom.com and download the patcher from here.
Okay.
Now I've already got the patcher, so I don't need to like recopy everything, but so I have it over here, GZ. Load up the patcher, the GZ GUI file, and then select your WAD, which is in the SD card right now. Next, you're just going to hit go. And then you'll save that back into that WADs folder we were in just earlier.
Huh.
And there you go. You have
Okay.
your WADs and you have Wiimod Lite. We're
Interesting.
going to be using Wiimod Lite to install both of them, as well as use it to change our system region from Europe to America. Run its Wii card back in our Wii. Go down here to changer. It says Wii only.
Whoops, hold on.
We're going to go down here to the region changer. It says Wii only. It'll give you this brick information warning. Never set it to Korea. don't do that. We're going to be setting it to USA. If you set it to Korea, you're probably going to lock yourself out of your Wii. And if you don't have boot to boot me, then your Wii is probably fried for life. So
Oh shit.
just fair warning. Alright, you can back out and go up to the WAD manager. You're going to choose your SD slot as your source. Scroll to your WADs folder. And now you can just install both the GZ and vanilla OOT WADs.
Okay.
This installing content portion does take a little bit of time, especially number 5, but I just skipped through it in this video, so don't be scared if it takes like 30 plus seconds. After you install GZ, you can install vanilla OOT as well. Same process as before. And once it finishes, you can hit any button and then press start to return back to the homebrew channel. Although once we get here, we're gonna shut down the Wii, and we're gonna load up into Nintendo by holding reset as it turns on. And now we can go down to launch title, and you can load up GZ and or Ocarina of Time.
Okay. Those are characters.
Now, since this is GZ, this is the practice ROM, it has a bunch of extra stuff on it. I highly suggest opening the manual online and giving it a nice read through. I'm sure it'll answer a bunch of questions you might have as someone just getting into it, but if you're not able to find something, please feel free to ask questions in the Ocarina of Time speedrunning Discord.
Okay,
But
cool.
99% of the time, the answer to what you're looking for is probably somewhere in this documentation. Fortunately, it's got a nice search option as well.
Cool.
The rest of this tutorial is going to be going over the general soft modding portion, where
That's
we
what I'm
install
looking
custom
for.
iOSs so we can boot up
Hypothetically.
backup copies of Wii games. We're going to start out by getting the custom iOS installer, D2X CIOS installer, and you're going to download that, and you're going to just place that into your apps folder. Once you've done that, you're going to download the version 10 beta 52 custom iOSs that we're going to be installing with the custom iOS installer. You're just going to want to drag those into the installer folder directly. Now we're going to need to download the official iOSs that we're going to be patching with the custom iOS installer. You can use the NUS downloader. Get the latest one. It has the fix for the original NUS servers being down. Now it's using the Wii U servers. I have the old one, so I'm replacing the files with the new one here. We're going to download specific versions of iOS 56, 57, and 38. We're going to start off with downloading version 5918 of iOS 57. You're going to want to pack WAD and then copy the file name because it does not auto-populate in this window. And you're just going to put that on the root of your SD card. And then start the NUS iOS with that SD card. And then once it loads, version 10 beta. And then you're going to select CIOS version 10 beta 52. Select 57 for your base, slot 249, and revision 65,000 something. Through it, falling 6. Last one for iOS 38. Change the base to 38, slot to 250. Twice, one more. There we go. We have the custom iOSs all installed, which are required for booting backup Wii games.
Okay.
Now to launch these backup Wii games, we're going to use USB Loader GX.
Oh, yo.
There's an updated
Yeah.
version on GitHub, which is linked in the Google Doc as well. The GitHub links to a forum with the latest download, and then you can either drag the USB Loader GX app into the apps folder or just merge the apps folder itself. Either one works, doesn't matter. Now to use Wii Backup Media, you can't just put your files onto a flash drive. You have to format a flash drive in a specific way using Wii Backup Manager, which is a nifty little software that lets you prepare a flash drive for Wii backups as well as lets you transfer them over. You'll just go to the downloads page, just grab the latest build that's available, and then go down to download, and then there's going to be a little wait. You have to wait through, and then you hit skip, and just save this wherever you want. You can see I've already saved it, so I don't actually need to save this anywhere. So I'm going to open up that folder for admin permissions, which is why my screen went blank. Next, go ahead and plug in your USB drive. I've got mine over here. This is USB drive G, and we're going to format it first for Wii backups. Make sure to select the correct drive in the drop-down, and then leave the rest of the settings as default. That's fine. And then you're just going to hit start, and once you've done that, you'll see that it's no longer a Windows recognized device because it's a weird formatting, but that's fine. The Wii Backup Manager is what we use to do all the file transfers anyways. You're going to set drive 1 as your
definitely not
drive,
definitely
drive 2
do
as
not
a folder where you
do not
store
set it to
all
the
of
C drive.
your Wii backups.
Whatever you do, don't do it. Don't set it to the C drive.
And then you can check,
And probably
once
not the
you
D
want to
drive
transfer
unless you
over,
really don't have anything.
transfer them to disk drive 1, which is your USB drive, and now it's a waiting game. While that's copying, what we can do is we can go ahead and start the download for Nintendo, which is a GameCube game launcher. It lets you load GameCube ISOs off of your SD card and your USB stick. But installing it is a little bit different than other Homebrew Channel apps. You're going to have to download these files separately and make a Nintendo folder in your apps folder. And you're going to download all of them into there. For loader.dol, make sure you rename it to boot.dol whenever you put it into the Nintendo folder.
Okay.
And then for the other two, you can just right click and save as, or just click and then hit Control S once your browser opens up the files. Either one works, it doesn't matter. While Nintendo is a Homebrew Channel app, USB Loader GX is able to load GameCube games through it as long as it exists on the SD card, which is nice. It lets USB Loader GX be a central hub for all of your apps. But back to Nintendo, the GameCube ISOs need to be in a folder called Games on the root of your SD card. And then within the Games folder, you're going to make another folder, just call it whatever you want. I'm going to be calling it Uncle Punch Training Mode because that's the ISO I'm going to be putting in here. And then whenever you copy your ISO in, after it finishes, you need to make sure that you name it game.iso. Otherwise, Nintendo will not be able to find your game. Here it looks like our Wii games are finished copying. Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Mario Kart Wii. You can see over here in drive 1, we've used up the majority of the drive, although there's still some space free. Now we're going to check both the SD card and USB drive, and we're going to put them both in our Wii. And when you plug in your USB drive, make sure it is plugged into the port closest to the edge of the Wii. And now, whenever we boot up USB Loader, we should see all three games. We should see Uncle Punch Training Mode, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and Mario Kart Wii. And there they are. Now we need to go configure a couple of settings for Nintendo through USB Loader GX. We're going to enable memory card emulation. That's just because I don't have a physical memory card for this Wii. And then we're going to also go and set up native controls so that it is on. Otherwise, the inputs for GameCube controllers don't map one-to-one what they normally would when you play GameCube games. But those are here at the bottom under Nintendo settings. If we keep going down, we'll see that we have memory card emulation. I'm just going to turn it on. And then if we scroll down a little bit more, we'll see native control. You're going to want to make sure that's also on. And then the rest of these don't really matter. Alright, we can go and go back now that we've set up our Nintendo settings. And we can launch our GameCube game.
That's cool.
And I'll just show the process is the same for Wii games as well. We're going to launch Brawl here. And because of the custom iOS, we're able to launch it from USB. Alright, that concludes this tutorial for soft modding your Wii. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Otherwise, there might be something I didn't cover, and in that case, Google is probably your friend. It's probably your friend for a lot of questions you might have. But if it's something that you're still having trouble figuring out, also feel free to leave a question about it in the comments. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope it helped.
I appreciate your information.
Hello, everybody. And
No, I didn't request for this, however. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So, we have that information. I'm realizing the inherent flaw of not having a flash drive, so I can't really do any of the cool stuff I just learned, which is a shame because I'm excited to try it out. Alright. Alright. Okay. So, what's that? Let's look at our print setup real quick. Okay, so with the power of not having a flash drive for what we need, should we put this on hold? I don't know. I don't know what would be the best option here. Honestly, yeah, I think my focus, sorry veering, because I'm just thinking about all the cool options that we cannot currently do. So I'll have to let them know that it was not done yet. They should be fine with it, because the draft they'll be able to do a lot more with it once it's done. I think that'll be good. And if not, well, I mean, it do be like that, so, you know. With that being the case, I think we'll probably call it a night. Have we achieved what we want? No. Have we learned things? And are they cool? Yes. Do I also have cool goggles, which I'm still happy about and I like? Yes. I think I like these goggles too much. But like, look at them. It looks cool. I just need to link them to like my face instead of my eyeballs. I don't know how I managed to do that one, but my corneas are attached to this with suction cups. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I appreciate it very, very much. And I hope you defects have a fantastic, lovely, and wonderful day. Thank you very much. And with that, peace out.